Well, this is my old reloading bench. And for those that don't remember, here's what it currently looks like. I have had this bench since I first started reloading again back in, I don't remember, 2014, 2013, something like that. It's been a good bench. You know, it's from Harbor Freight, this one here. I ended up putting an extra piece of countertop, so like, where is it? About like right there. There's about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch of extra countertop on there that's given it some extra stability. But, you know, the reality is there's way too much of that right now, and I needed something different. So, and I also needed more storage. You know, while I've got some decent storage, it's not, I don't know, I don't like the way it's laid out. So we are going to be replacing this cabinet here and possibly this one. I might be getting rid of that too. Traditionally, I've kept my auto trickler over on that bench, which is not connected to this bench. And that is because I didn't want any motions on here to shake the auto trickler. So I've always kept them separated. I would still like to do that, but this new bench that I'm bringing in is about a foot longer, or wider as it were, than this one. So I don't know if I'm gonna have the room for it to keep both. So we're just gonna leave this running. You can watch me work and let's see what happens. All right, we've got the old bench out of the way. Let me get out of the way here. We've got the old bench pushed out of the way, that cabinet moved out. So this is 61 inches. My old bench was 48, so it's an extra foot. One of the things I have to contend with is because I'm in a garage, there's a natural slope towards the garage door. So this side of the bench is about, I don't know, 5/8 of an inch, 3/4, you know, somewhere in there, lower than this side. So there's a natural slope that is occurring over there. So I may have to put a shim. I had a shim under that bench to level it. I may have to put one over here. So I'll keep playing with it. I will let you know, or at least show you what's happening. Okay, here we are. Let me move this a little bit and let me pan out a bit. Okay, so it's now in position. Now the problem I had is that it was on these giant caster wheels. See? Big old freaking caster wheels. And it put the top of the workbench at 39 inches. And my old workbench was 36, and I had always wished that my old workbench was about 1.5 inches lower, just so it was a little more comfortable to work on. So, taking into account the slope of the floor, I put I put three 3/4 inch pieces of plywood. I made little platforms that are under each corner. There, 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 and there, so that it's nice and stable, see? And, you know, I may change them in the future. I don't know. Maybe I'll get like some real solid wood so it's not, you know, 3 layers of plywood. But anyway, so it's 3 layers over here and 4 layers over here. So it's 3/4 inches, wait, 3 over here and 4 over here. So it is 3/4 of an inch higher on this side, which takes out almost all of the level issues. Now, if I end up making other feet in the future, it's super easy for me to get them back under there. And, you know, I can always come back and get it a little more level, but I think it's going to meet my needs. I'm going to go out to my barn and grab my 4-foot level, and we will see here. So Maybe it'll look the same when I come back in a minute, maybe it won't. Well, I went ahead and on this side, so on the two legs on this side, I went ahead and put just an extra 1/8 inch piece of plywood just to give it just a little extra. I threw a 4-foot level on it and it was just a little bit out of level, so I figured why not since I'm in there. I've started putting some stuff on. I've got my Zero Press here, my auto trickler there. Nothing's bolted down or set in stone yet, but all of my power is over here, and it just made more sense if I'm able to do it, to go ahead and put the scale here. Now, as opposed to before, I'm not worried about the scale being interfered with by the press, and that's because I'm doing it in 2 separate stages now. So all of my powder is dropped in one stage, and then I'm done with that, and then I go work on the press to seat bullets. So I'm not really that worried about having it all on one unit there. So it still leaves up for debate. Let's see here. So I've still got, I've got 5 feet here. I still have my old bench back here, and then that cabinet there. And then of course I've got the cabinet here that you see some videos done on. So I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do to lay it out. I'm sort of in a holding pattern tonight. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and call it good for the evening here. I'm gonna do a little research on heavy duty T-track versus straight bolting the press down before I make a decision. I just feel like if I can put in some T-track, it might make sense, but I also know there's a lot of people out there that don't really like the way T-track works or the stability of it. So I know there's a heavy duty version out. I just figured if I could run T-track, you know, all the way across, then I could slide this out of the way as needed instead of sticking it on the end or something. So being left-handed, I do most of my work on this side, so putting trays and bullets and stuff. That's why you always see my brass and stuff on this side. So typically I need to mount this either over here if it's going to be one in a stationary place, or if I end up doing some heavy-duty track, then I can go ahead and put it wherever I want at the time. So I'm going to do a little research tonight. I already have room, so my powder's down here in the cabinet, and I've already put a few things in the drawers. But as I get it more set up tomorrow, I will do another video and update everybody where I'm at on it. So there you go.